This was over, dude.
Alright, everyone, find anything you can to barricade the doors.
We cannot let the monsters inside.
So as most of you know, I spent my first 2 years looking at all 62 of the original Goosebumps series, and my views on it were all over the place. I've said this multiple times. I believe the series overall deserves its place for providing a children's series that was different from everything else, but when you read 31 books back to back, you see how some entries are simply better than others, and how clear the formula gets after reading just 10 of them. But there's a charm that still makes people remember them fondly after almost 24 years. Yeah, this series is that old. And when you create a successful book series with a successful, if not cheesy TV show, and merchandise everything, what else is there left to do but make a movie? They tried. Several times. As far back as the late 90s when the series was still popular with Tim Burton to direct. How crazy would that have been? But they could never get it off the ground, mainly because they had no idea what story to tell. Originally, they were trying to adapt a single novel, but that proved to be easier said than done as they couldn't decide which entry to do or how to pull out a film from what works better as a TV show, which put the film in development hell. AKA most likely will never happen. The rights were passed around, teams tried to fail, until they got to Columbia. I'll admit, I was not particularly excited when they announced a Goosebumps movie was in the works. One, because this was clearly a cash-in on people's nostalgia, and while some can work, most don't. Second, when you're taking in an anthology series like Goosebumps, where do you start with it? Do you start at the beginning, or do the most popular? So when it was revealed they were not adapting one of the stories, but telling a Monster Squad-style story where all the characters invade a town, that made perfect sense to me. At this point, if you're doing a Goosebumps movie, you should make a movie that celebrates Goosebumps as a whole. Then they said Jack Black was playing R.L. Stine. Oh boy. Okay, first off, I have nothing bad to say about Jack Black. He seems like a nice guy, and he's not a bad actor. But name me one good movie he did in the last 5 years, that wasn't an animated panda. Yeah, for some reason, Jack Black can be a real hit or miss in the movies. On one end, you get something like School of Rock, or Tenacious D, or Tropic Thunder. And other times, you get Year One and Gulliver's Travels. Yeah, it also doesn't help to learn the director's last film was also Gulliver's Travels. So my feelings were pretty split on the film. The premise sounded promising, but there were aspects of the film that made me doubt if it would be good. Plus a marketing that made me feel the movie couldn't capture the creepy aspect of Goosebumps like the books did. Seriously, did anyone feel scared while watching those trailers? Then I saw it. It's good. Surprisingly good. Not great, but not bad. It's okay. Honestly, it surprised me in many ways. Like Jack Black as R.L. Stine. He was a joy in the film. He clearly enjoyed playing this character and put all his energy into it. I always smiled a little when he appeared on screen. The movie itself is just like a Goosebumps book. A kid moves to a new town, discovers a weird neighbor, and when he looks deeper, discovers the horrifying truth. And when the Goosebumps monsters make their appearance, it gets crazy. First off, whoever came up with the idea to make Slappy a practical dummy is a genius. Not only because it makes him scary, but also how they use basic haunted house tricks to make him powerful. Who knew flipping a light switch could be scary? The CGI for the monsters isn't completely stellar, but it's passable. The werewolf of Fever Swamp was okay, the abominable snowman was good, but the gnomes? Oh my god, the scene with the gnomes was just pure insanity, and I love it. Easily the best part of the film.
Shoot it! Shoot it!
Even the main actors were good. I was really nervous that Champ was going to be the most annoying part of the film, but thankfully he wasn't. Even getting a laugh or two.
Go on without me, save yourself. Okay, good luck. No, I didn't mean it.
Everyone did a good job making a film that captured the fun of Goosebumps. But that doesn't mean I have a few issues. Mainly the monsters. Look, I know there was no way they could feature every single monster the Goosebumps has created, but still, could you have featured more iconic monsters over a bunch of unknowns? Okay, I haven't read every single book, but can someone tell me when Stine wrote about an evil car, killer toy robots, or those freeze-ray aliens? Or why most of the monsters were pushed to the background? Seriously, at most, we see about a dozen monsters given the spotlight, but everyone else, including iconic characters like the Haunted Mask, or the Jack-o'-lanterns, or the Creeps, got pushed to the side. Not even a quick close-up of them doing scary stuff, or why they would use the blob that ate everything in the end. Nothing wrong with the way it's used, but you know there was another blob that ate everything that was also an iconic monster in the series to warrant multiple sequels. Monster Blood, hello, are you kidding me? Who even remembers the blob? And when you look at the film as a whole, it's just average, fitting more to a 90s family film that plays it safe, while hero worshipping the books a little too much. Again, it's not bad, it even finds some clever ways to make references to the series, but in the end of the day, it's average. Could it have been better? Yeah. Could it have been worse? Oh hell yeah! But thankfully we got a decent film that actually did fairly well. So now we're getting a sequel. That one is going to suck. And of course, some of you are wondering if I'll be doing Goosebumps again this year. And all I can say is, maybe. Hey, hey, hey! I don't care that they are my most popular videos or the reason people watch me. It's my channel and I'm going to do what I see fit. Plus, do you know how hard it is to find a 2000 series? But you can do Horrorland! Have I not made it clear that I'm OCD about the order in which I read books? If I get around to it, I'll do it. But nothing is set in stone. What was that? Huh. What about you, Internet? What's your opinion about the Goosebumps movie? Anyway, now that we got past that, let's move forward with a new batch of Bookworm. So which book will we start with? Any major adaptations coming out this month?
I know you're human.
How?
Because if you were one of them, you would have shot me already.
Well, that was easy. Till next time, have a scary day.